So as I'm sipping on this Maker's Mark Cask Strength, age stated 7 years 2 months, got me to thinking I really haven't checked in on my Maker's Mark Ambassador barrel. Have the certificate right there, and it's been a while since I checked on it. I do it periodically, and those of you who are Maker's Mark ambassadors know that, of course, when you sign up to be an ambassador, you get to have a barrel with your name on it. My wife always makes jokes about it. She says, "Well, it's not just your barrel." I understand it's probably going to be other people's names on it, but we have a barrel with a barrel number, and on the Maker's Mark website, the Maker's Mark Ambassador website, you can keep track of it. So I figured I'll check in on it, and let's see where we're at. So we basically started this, became an ambassador in early 2021. In fact, my barrel birthday is actually, I think I signed up at the end of January. The barrel, I think, was put in, the distillate was put into the barrel, I believe, on February 9th, 2021. That's the barrel birthday. And by the way, if you are an ambassador, if you're not, certainly you just check. You can enter the website. You go on the Maker's Mark Ambassador website. I believe it, of course, as always, it asks you for your birth date first. Then you have to verify your age. You sign in with your email and your password, and then you're in. At this point, it looks like we are at 4 years, 7 months. And it does show the age as maximum, I guess the timeline can go is 8 years. So that's interesting because when I did this review, I noted this is 7 years, 2 months. I always kind of think of Maker's Mark as 6 years. In my head, I always think, well, maybe they'll call me, notify me at 6 years. But obviously, it can be 6 to 8 years. In this case, this is 7 years, 2 months. Point is, Maker's Mark age is just a taste. There is no set amount. There's no bell that goes off and says, okay, now it's time. It's age to taste. When they feel it's right, that it's right, and each barrel is certainly going to be different. But it's going to be somewhere in that 6 to 8 year range, hopefully closer to the 6, because I'm anxious to go. And now that I've been to Kentucky, it's not that, I haven't been there. I've been, but I just went to the Kentucky Bourbon Festival, didn't visit any distilleries, certainly didn't visit Maker's Mark. This is something I'm going to do as soon as they let me know. So anyway, we're at 4 years, 7 months. My barrel number, if any of you happen to have the same barrel, I'm assuming we're sharing a barrel, is 822027, barrel birthday 2/9/2021. So it says barrel expected maturity, again, 6 to 8 years. I don't know when that's going to be. It does note on there that the barrel is made with new American oak staves, seasoned 8 to 12 months, and it notes that it is a barrel char level 3. So that's where we're at right now. And just to clarify what step 5 is, it's really nothing's changed since the last time I checked in. It just means they rotate the barrel to the bottom of the warehouse. This happened after 3 years and 2 months, which if it was going 6, 7 years, that's roughly the midpoint. And Maker's Mark does that with its barrels. They rotate from the top of the warehouse to the bottom so that you get different climates, top being hotter, the bottom being cooler. But after 3 years, 2 months, they rotate these barrels to the bottom. That's where my barrel's at right now, and that's where I assume going to remain until it's time to go back to Kentucky to get my barrel. So if you're an ambassador, you might want to check in on yours, and if you're not, you might want to become an ambassador. There's no cost to it, and it's a lot of fun. Cheers.